Alright, it is FrOzenSwipe here, another game of Domination on the map Underground for you. And as you could probably tell from the title, seeing as you guys actually have a certain amount of common sense and are probably literate and are capable of reading the title, then you can probably figure out that this is not going to be a normal game of Domination. In fact, this is something slightly different and something you probably don't see that much of on YouTube. This is in fact Barebones. Now, for those of you who don't know what Barebones is, it's a specified playlist that has... I'm pretty sure it started back in Modern Warfare 2, but I never really played it back in Modern Warfare 2, so I'm not entirely sure of all the specifications and what exactly it was. I do believe it took away kill streaks. I think it may have taken away perks in Modern Warfare 2 as well. Don't quote me on that though, because I never really got into it. I never really played it in Modern Warfare 2. It then obviously transferred over to Black Ops, and there were 3 playlists I think actually. There was Pure, which was team deathmatch with no kill streaks, no perks, no attachments even. It was just you and your gun. And, you know, I could see that being really skill-based, but not a lot of people played it that much. So I never really got into it. And also, you know, it's team deathmatch. Team deathmatch, as you probably know if you've seen my videos, isn't my cup of tea. But still, I could see it going quite well. Here you can see that actually... it's just me and one other teammate, and we're like completely outnumbered. And then, fortunately enough for us, the game decided to spawn in a whole new load of teammates who actually managed to, you know, not quit out after a minute or so, which obviously is great. But you know, it was pretty difficult for us to hold down 3 flags with only 2 people against a whole team of 6. But yeah, back to where I was going. There was also then Classic, which just restricted your perks to 3, 5, and 7, which I didn't really play just because. If you've ever watched my Black Ops gameplays, then you know that I generally tend to run Spy Plane, Napalm, and Attack Helicopter, i.e. 3, 5, and 7 anyway, so it really wouldn't have made much of a difference, and again, I would have just been limiting myself to Team Deathmatch. Then also there was Competitive, which was, I'm pretty sure it limited you to games battle rules, obviously no kill streaks, certain perks and attachments and weapons weren't allowed, and, you know, it was 4v4, you know, team objective based games. So it was the kind of playlist where if you were warming up for a game battles game that you go into, or maybe if you just wanted a taste, shut up phone, if you wanted a taste of what competitive gameplay was like without actually having to sign up for game battles or anything like that, you know, you could do. Definitely not the kind of playlist you go in by yourself, the kind of thing you'd want a full party for. But now that we've managed to get all the way to Modern Warfare 3, Barebones playlist isn't as big of a deal as it was in Black Ops, and you just have the one Barebones playlist, and all it does is make it so that there are no kill streaks. Unlike previous Barebones playlists that were usually confined to just Team Deathmatch, the Barebones playlist in Modern Warfare 3 is kill confirmed, Team Deathmatch, and Domination. And I bet at this stage you're probably wondering, how exactly did I come across the Barebones playlist? Because it's such an uncommon playlist and not a lot of people tend to play it, how exactly I came to discover it and why I was playing it in the first place. Well, basically, you know, a couple of days ago I managed to actually have a couple of hours to myself, which is definitely a rarity in this day and age, seeing as I'm in 5th year and doing tons of work. But then again, I've ranted enough about that, so I don't feel I need to repeat myself there. But I managed to have a couple of hours to myself, and I decided for those couple of hours I was going to play some Modern Warfare 3, and I was going to try and stack up a few gameplays, because I was, you know, I was still a little light on gameplays, so I wanted to maybe rack up a couple and just kind of save them up and stock them up for future videos. And as I was going through all the different playlists, I was thinking to myself, maybe I want to try something new, something that I haven't done. And I saw Barebones, and I saw there was no kill streaks, and I was like, yeah, okay, that looks like an interesting concept, but I really want to get gameplays, and I just kind of want to stick to what I know. And you know, hopefully if I just put on high streaks, play a little bit more conservatively than I generally tend to, I should be able to get a few more gameplays that I can put up and make videos with. So I go into normal core, and you know, I play with high kill streaks, and I try to play slightly more conservatively and hope to, you know, get a few gameplays. And unfortunately that does not work out for me whatsoever. If anything, I ended up getting really frustrated, because either I would just get killed one off a kill streak, which obviously is incredibly frustrating, or, you know, I just never get anywhere near my kill streaks in the first place. Or the worst thing, I'd actually get up to my kill streaks and I'd put them up in the air. However, my teammates, you know, wouldn't jump on this opportunity in order to capture some flags while I have air support in the air, and we'd end up losing the game even though I got a somewhat decent score, and then I wouldn't be able to post it. So By the end of it, I was getting rather frustrated, and understandably so. And I felt that a lot of my stress was coming down to the fact that I was trying to use high kill streaks, and that kill streaks were causing a lot of my stress because, as well as that, I also seem to be getting absolutely destroyed by enemy attack helicopters, which seems to go for no one except for myself, despite the fact that, generally speaking, I was generally the one person on my team who was going positive, whereas the rest of my team seemed to be doing nothing but running at the enemy, just with their guns up in the air, not even pointing at them, just yelling shoot me, and feeding their kill streaks. And I felt I was being punished for their mistakes, and I think we've all kind of been there. If you haven't, then odds are you were probably the shit teammates just running around and getting shot the whole time and feeding the enemy team kill streaks. And if you do that, please stop. It's not fun for the rest of us. But back on a slightly more serious topic as to what I was talking about, I basically decided to go into Barebones, not really knowing what to expect. And this is the very first game I played. It was Barebones Domination on an underground, as you can quite clearly see here, and it turns out to go really well. I mean, really well. I had so much fun playing this game. It was everything I wanted Call of Duty to be. It was just pure gun-on-gun gameplay. I didn't have to worry about kill streaks. If I died, it didn't matter. I'd just spawn back in and I'd get right back in there. Because there are no kill streaks, deaths don't matter half as much anymore. And the other team have the same philosophy, and as a result, they're trying their hardest to get to play the objective and capture flags. You can see here, I'm literally having to beat the enemy team off with a stick off of these flags. I managed to push them back, and they just spawn in, and they keep on coming. Like, fair play to them. As you're going to see here, the two teams are always within like 10 points of each other. This was an incredibly close game of domination where both teams were actively going to play the objective. There wasn't that much camping in this. In fact, most people were running for the flags and trying to defend the flags. The odds are if you're going to run into a camper, he's probably trying to keep you off the domination point. And, that's the kind of camping I wouldn't mind running into. So, obviously that was great. However, I do have some complaints with the Barebones playlist. The first one being that Team Deathmatch and Kill Confirmed are also in the rotation, and I feel that they are a lot slower than Domination. And the reason being is that, well, people are still playing the objective, and in Team Deathmatch and Kill Confirmed, well, in Kill Confirmed you also have to confirm your kills. It basically just boils down to kill as much as you can while dying as little as you can. That's all it really comes down to. As a result, people tend to play a little bit more conservatively than they would in Domination, where you actually have an objective to go out and capture as opposed to just trying to kill everything that moves. Also, the one thing that I find really annoying, that I actually found quite strange, is the fact that death streaks are still in Barebones, despite the fact that kill streaks aren't, which I found really strange, to be quite perfectly honest. I don't really see the point of continuing to reward people who are bad at the game when you aren't getting rewarded for being good at the game, i.e. getting kill streaks. So I think, if this gets out there, and if more of you guys try out Barebones and more of attention is brought to this playlist, maybe Infinity Ward might see this video and they might, actually take this suggestion on board and just take death streaks out of this playlist. And I can guarantee you, if they were to take death streaks out of this playlist, a lot more people will play this just so that they don't have to tolerate a lobby full of death streaks. I mean, who actually enjoys going up against a load of people who do nothing but drop in the final stand or drop grenades out of their ass, or even worse, combine the two and explode anytime you try to shoot them? Obviously, that isn't a lot of fun. So, that would be great if they could take death streaks out of it. I really don't see the point as to why they're there in the first place, to be quite perfectly honest. It also gives me another idea. What if Infinity Ward were to make a second Barebones playlist, an objective Barebones playlist? It just cycles through random objective game types. Things like Domination, like you see here, but also Capture the Flag, Headquarters, Demolition, Sabotage, that sort of thing. Could you imagine those game types where there was no kill streaks, no people just looking to, further on their kill streaks? Instead, you had two teams battling it out over this objective, as opposed to what you usually get when you try to play these game types, which is basically just 6 guys on each team, each one, caring about their own kill death, and trying to, put air support in the air. And obviously that's nowhere near as enjoyable as having two teams that are working together in order to actually win the game. And, I think that would be a really cool idea. Probably won't happen, seeing as Black Ops 2 is literally just around the corner, but seeing as Black Ops 2 is only just around the corner, maybe now is a good time to actually try out the Barebones players for yourself, and hopefully it might put a new lease of life into the game. And while it does have its problems, you know, I mean, it's not going to make the game suddenly amazing. It does take away a lot of the stress that kill streaks create, whether it's you're trying to get kill streaks or if you're just tired of being killed by them. Barebones is a great addition for that. And, you know, while kill confirmed and team deathmatch, like I said, are slightly slower, and I think that generally comes down to the point as well that you can't put up UAVs and see where the enemy team is going to be. If you just kind of hang on in there and keep going through the rotation until it gives you domination, and, you know, play a few games with Barebones domination, then you're going to be pleasantly surprised at what this playlist has to offer. And yeah, I really do recommend it. It'd be great if you could get this video out there. I might try and put this video out there on a couple of community channels. If you're watching this on a community channel, then it'd be great if you could come back to my channel and subscribe. If you're already on my own channel, then odds are you're probably already subscribed to me, so that's great. But if you could like up the video, favorite it if you will, and you know, if you've played Barebones for yourself, tell me what you think about it in the comments. And if you enjoyed it, try and get as many people as possible playing it. That would be great. Try and get the message out there that this is a viable alternative to normal core. If you could even bring it to the attention of some larger YouTubers out there who could then tell all of their subscribers to go out and play this as well, you could maybe get a few more people playing it, because as it is now, there are only ever a few thousand people playing it, and considering the amount of people who play Modern Warfare 3 every single day, that's not a lot. So I think this playlist isn't getting the attention it deserves, and I feel that more people should start playing it, and it would be great if it could. Maybe if this thing really takes off, it could be the new thing on YouTube. You know, it could become cool to get Barebones gameplays, and it's easy to see why. This game with Barebones Domination, I felt, was probably one of the more entertaining gameplays I put up. Not necessarily one of the better ones in terms of kill death ratio or anything like that, but I get a 40+ kill game using absolutely no kill streaks. Granted, I die more than a few times, but I'm also playing the objective at the same time, and it's a damn close objective game as well. I felt it's quite entertaining to watch, and I feel that other commentators who play this will also see that they can get very entertaining gameplays out of this. So, I don't know, hopefully this kind of takes off. Odds are it probably won't, seeing as I am such a small YouTuber, but it would be great if it could. That's pretty much all I have to say. Hope you've enjoyed, and thanks for watching.